What's happening, everyone? It's Tokyo here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the time when I blew 2 accounts in one day. I mean, we've all blown accounts, but have you blown 2 in one day? This is not a challenge or nothing, so don't go out there and try to beat that and like blow 3 accounts or whatever. It was just a question for you to think about. But if you have blown more than 2, let me know in the comments and we can talk about it. So if you're ready for a little bit of story time, grab some popcorn and let's get into the video. So just to clarify, this happened quite a long time ago, so I don't really remember all the details. And you know the brain, it tries to like shun out traumatic experiences and stuff, and this one was pretty bad, so you know the details might not be 100% accurate. So let's get to the story. So this was back when I was working as an engineer and I just started Forex trading. You know the times where you're at work and then you get that little vibration in your pocket and then you're like, ooh, is that a signal or is that, alert? But you're working, so you can't exactly get your phone out. So you run downstairs into the cubicle and start placing the trades. Good times. But on that particular day, work wasn't really that busy for me. So I could pretty much place the trades at my computer. And I think at the time I was just like, you know what, I might as well just scalp. And gold was literally on a bull run. So I was just buying, and then every time it came down a bit, I'd buy, and then when it went up, I'd sell it and just keep waiting. And I think the previous day I deposited about £1,000 into the account. And because gold was so bullish that day, I managed to make about 1K in about the space of 2 hours. So that account was now doubled because I wasn't using proper risk management. So it went from 1K to 2K. And man, I was over the moon. And I started thinking things like, what if I used 0.04 lots instead of 0.02 and stuff like that. And I started imagining, all the money that I could have made if like I was doing it for longer, or if I started a little bit earlier, if I used bigger lot sizes, and I've kept it going until the end of the day and stuff like that. You probably done it too. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like. Anyway, so I remember getting the account to about, £2,100 or something like that. And it was pretty much at the end of the workday. And I remember like getting into my car really happy. And before I get into my car, I see that price of gold was starting to come down. At this point, because I was upping my lot size because the account was growing, and I thought, this could like be exponential. When the price of gold started to come back down, I was like, oh, it's okay. It's going to go back up like, eventually, right? But the lot sizes were just too big and it started coming down really, really fast. And I was like, okay, let me just drive home. And once I get home, I will, see what happens, right? And once I get home, I check the account and it's basically on like £100. And I was like, oh no, it was like hitting some major support or something like that. And I was just like, do you know what? Let me just quickly deposit another £1,000 and catch it at the bottom and then ride it back all the way to the top and save the day, And that's basically what I did. I deposited another £1,000 into the account and I just decided to buy again. And then it just ignored the support and it just carried on going down. And it basically just blew my account. I don't know what it ended up with, but it was like probably like £12.54 or something like that. And yeah, I was just so I don't even know. I just remember sitting like against my bed, like with my legs like out, and I just remember the room was just spinning. Like it was just spinning. Like it was such a horrible feeling, like knowing that you lost like 3K in like a day, and like you just went to work and you earned some money there, but you lost it like and more in just a few hours. And yeah, it was really bad. I just remember the room was spinning, like it was like going like that. And there's only 2 times that's ever happened to me in my life. One was then, and the other time when I accidentally deleted like 5 years worth of PlayStation 3 data because I accidentally formatted the PlayStation. But this was worse, I think. So the reason I'm sharing this is because I don't want you to go through this, and I want you to learn from my experiences. Or if you're watching this video and you recently have been through this, I just want you to know that you're not alone. And it happens to so many people, but people don't share the negative stories about their trading experience. They only really share the positive ones, and then it kind of skews like the whole trading thing. Everybody looks like they're having success, but No one's like sharing the bad stuff. So yeah, if this has happened to you, I just want you to know you're not alone. And you know what? There's loads of 3K to 30K in one day videos, but there isn't enough 3K to 0K in one day videos. So this is the first one, and make sure you like it. So thinking back to this experience, do I regret it? I don't think I fully regret it because there has been some good from it. And I try to think positively about all of the things that I've gone through. Don't get me wrong, I was sad temporarily because I lost a lot of money, but I feel like it made me emotionally stronger. Every single loss I've had after that has not really hit me as hard emotionally. Don't get me wrong, I haven't lost like 100% in one day after that because I learned. And another thing that I learned is that 1%, 2%, risk per trade rule is so important. When I was trading, I was looking at all the technicals and I was like, yeah, I got this. I got this. So I definitely learned that, this 1% risk per trade is so important. And you might think that you're better than it until something like this actually happens to you. And another thing that I took away from this experience is don't look at these losses just as losses. Think about them as, transactions. And that's the way I like to think about my losses. For example, if the way I like to think about it is if I risk some money and I make a profit, great, I've made a profit. However, if I risk some money and I make a loss, I don't just walk away with a loss of money, I walk away with a lesson as well. What can I learn from that loss? I've learned that, I might not be wanting to trade, this crossover or that crossover. Some losses are going to be more expensive lessons and some are going to be more cheaper lessons. It's a bit like paying for a course. You're losing money, negative cash flow, but you're gaining knowledge in return. You can look at losses like that. In business, lose the money and you gain the experience. In this case, this was a $3,000 lesson, very expensive, but I did learn a lot. So that's my big loss story. It might not be, how I lost 150K trading or how I lost 200K trading, like the other videos on YouTube. But this is just basically what happened to me and my experience. And hopefully you can take something away from it. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, you ring the bell, you like the button, and you comment. It really helps me out. And if you forget, here's your second reminder to like the video. It's okay. We all forget sometimes. I forgive you. But yeah, I upload on a weekly basis. So I'll see you next week.